the way
A
he does.
gift. Oh, and this brings me to my next thing.
Yeah,
And I can't help it, but I have to ask you.
sure.
Speaking of special gifts,
Yes.
you have a particular, I like to call it talent. And can
Oh,
you explain the color of that?
synesthesia. It's called synesthesia.
Synesthesia. You have synesthesia. And what is that?
They believe as many as 1 in 10 people have it. A lot of people are synesthetes or synesthetic. It is where your senses interact with each other in a way they're not supposed to or not
Hmm.
designed to. My imagination in my imagination in in my mind, everyone has imagination going
Correct.
on all the time.
Yes.
Um,
So you get an image,
I get a
which is an
color in
imagination. It's an image.
I get a color in my mind
Yeah.
with most nouns. Most nouns.
Yeah.
Um, people, animals, uh, ideas. Now, certain things like movies or books, I don't have colors for in my mind.
Okay.
Um, Characters, I will, of course. It's basically when I meet someone or if I hear someone's name. When I think of their name, I think of a color.
Yeah.
Or when I think of their face, I think of a color, depending on
Yeah.
who it is. So, and science hasn't
Does it
really.
change? Like one
Yeah.
day
Oh yeah.
you'll see Misty and she'll be pink and another
Yeah.
day she'll be yellow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
That's neat.
It's not day to day though. It's
Okay.
usually long periods of time. Like when I've only
So it's
recently.
not like you see an aura. It's just that your
Right. No, it's not an
imagination
art.
pictures this color as an image.
Yeah. It's my imagination. Yeah. I also have an issue with kinetic with touching things.
You have an
Um
issue with touching things.
Issue with it. Yeah, certain things.
So is
Um
it the texture?
yes. Yeah, the texture and the temperature, but mostly texture. Um Certain textures make me angry inside.
Wow.
Um
And what would that be? If you don't mind me asking.
uh Things that are rough like sandpaper,
Hmm.
um cardboard. It's not a it, it's an item. It's usually a particular item in my mind. Um, it's weird because something that's rough is no problem. I have no issue with it. But and sometimes I don't have any
So you
effect.
could touch sandpaper or like a nail file, and all of a sudden you get that
Yeah,
anger.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Okay.
get angry. I, I get yeah. It's weird. I
So
usually
when was there any situation throughout your life, David, that where it it really got in the way or caused an
no.
issue?
Nothing's not a big issue. No.
That's good. That's good.
If I tell people about it, they think strange things. Like
Yeah.
of course, they can't really comprehend it. They don't. I don't think too many people actually understand it. But this past year or so, I have started telling people, other adults, about it, and they think it's great. And I think one or two of them are a little bit jealous because they've told me, "I wish I had that." And you're one. You said the same thing. That's
Yes.
awesome.
I
I wish.
love that. As
Yeah,
well, I love to write poetry.
yeah. And it's funny
That
because
would be an extension in my imagination if I could do that.
it is okay.
So, what would be your biggest strength in a relationship if you,
My
because you're
biggest.
single, right? And
Yeah, yeah.
you're looking to, ladies, he's looking for uh yeah,
Not looking real hard, but yeah.
his job. So we'll start there. So
Um,
what would be your biggest strength, you think, that you could bring
my
to a relationship at this stage? I mean, it
I
changes so
I
much.
think it's so weird because I think my opinion is I'm agreeable. because I can.
So what
I'm
does
very.
that mean to you? Because
I'm empathic.
agreeable,
I'm empathic, so I know. I think a lot of my women friends and some of my guy friends, the issues they have with their partner is if they really want something, really want to do something, really want to own
like if
something,
I was
whatever.
to say, Dave, I want to go skydiving today. Can we go?
Yeah, and I would say, let me think
You'd
about
be
it.
like, hmm.
I would say, let me think about it, but I wouldn't say,
So you have
are you crazy?
limitations. Yeah.
A lot of guys, especially if they've been together for a while, they're just
Yeah.
no.
They
Yeah,
go to a
it is.
comfort zone.
It's very comfortable. Yeah,
Yes,
and
it's
and
what they're
being
familiar, and
sure,
they
sure,
don't like what they don't know.
right, what they don't
People
know.
do not like the unknown, and it's
It is so.
very
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Oh yes, yes, and it's weird meeting new people and being a life coach, and I only do referrals. I don't advertise or anything yet, but or friends, mostly friends, and it's amazing how they don't trust how
I
sometimes it's
had a conversation with somebody one time.
mm,
Actually, it was a few conversations,
yeah,
and they were explaining to me what was going on in their life and this and that, and
mm,
it just seemed like every conversation was, well, my therapist told me, my therapist wants me, my therapist said this, my
right,
therapist told me,
yeah,
and I'm thinking, what do you think? What do you think? What,
yes,
like,
yeah,
that's great that your therapist is telling you that,
it is.
but do you have a say here?
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
it was upsetting to me, but
yeah,
and I couldn't help it.
yeah,
But I said, "What do you think? Do you have a say?" I mean, that's great what what they're saying to you. I
yes,
get
yeah,
that,
sure,
but you have a say. I'm just
yes,
letting you know that.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
So,
that's the difference between a life coach and a therapist.
it is. It is. And I
Mm,
think, and we have that uh, you know, we have that different motivation. We come at it in a more positive aspect.
right, right,
We
right.
don't we don't take people back. We keep them here and bring things up, right?
Yes, yes.
And it's, upward, onward and forward.
Yeah.
So I think there's really a big difference,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, really a
Yeah.
big difference. But anyways, David, I will not keep take away any more of your time.
Okay.
Because we'll just keep going. We'll have a
Yeah, no.
3-hour
Mm, always. Yeah.
podcast.
Yep. That's
um,
okay with me, but
it was an absolute delight to have you this
oh,
evening
thank you
for
very
our
much.
Twilight edition
I definitely
for
enjoyed it.
2024. And
Yeah.
I wanted to let everybody know Uncommon Ground on Facebook when I put up the clips, David, for the
Yeah.
podcast. I'll make sure I have your links to your Uncommon Ground page.
Yes.
And it's a page, a group.
It's a group. Yeah.
It explains who you are and what you do.
Yes.
And you can reach out to David on Messenger if you're looking for his services.
Sure.
And so I'll keep everything listed in the
Yeah.
description
And
box.
I have an email for the hypnotherapy service.
I can do that too. We'll get your email out there and whatever else that you want me to post along with
And there's a
our
Facebook
podcast.
page for that as well that I just did today, started today. So,
Wonderful. I can't wait to
um,
see it. I didn't know, you didn't tell me. So we're
oh,
gonna,
well, there's
yeah,
nothing
we're
on
gonna
there now.
explore.
There's going to be.
Well, then keep me posted. And if you need help with that one, let me know.
Okay, I sure will.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you again,
Okay, thank you.
David Lamb, life coach, NLP practitioner, and
Hypnotherapy.
hypnotherapy. Yeah, hypnosis and
Clinical,
hypnotherapy.
clinical
Yeah,
hypnotherapy. Yeah.
clinical hypnotherapy. And what I love about David and we'll leave you guys with this, that he loves to promote healing and compassion.
Oh
So
yeah.
find him at Uncommon Ground on Facebook. The description box below will have links. And I hope you enjoyed our Twilight session. David, it was wonderful. I hope we
Thank
can
you.
have you on again. I would love
I hope
that.
so too. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And we'll keep in touch.
Okay, great.
All right. Thank you so much for coming,
All right.
everybody.
Thank
Have
you.
a beautiful night.
Yes, you too. Good night.